My name is Mark Sorreo. I graduated CCM in 1994.
My name is Dana Sorreo. I graduated CCM in 2008.
I went on to a 4-year school after that, and then after that I started my own video production company in the year 2000, going on our 24th year at Gray Sky Films, and it's been a wild ride and a great journey.
For the last 15, 16 years or so, I have worked with the Morris County video production company, Gray Sky Films.
The broadcasting department at CCM in 1992 through 94 was a lot different than what it is now.
I actually didn't even know there was a studio here. I remember looking for the classroom on my first day and being like, why am I going into the library? I don't understand where I'm going. And then entering the studio space and being like, holy cow, I can't believe this is here. And wow.
It was my really first foray into TV and video production. I always was around photography as a child. My dad had a darkroom in our house and he was a photographer, so I was always inspired by photography. And I knew when I went on to college I wanted to get into TV and film. I've always had an attraction towards TV and film, and there were no real classes in my high school at the time to take any kind of production classes. So getting to CCM was my first taste in working in the studio and working with a switcher and working with a team of people.
I wasn't super happy about having to go to CCM. I had started at a 4-year school. I needed to come home. I wanted to continue my education, so I was working full-time and coming to CCM because it was the most convenient school to where I lived. It was begrudgingly that I attended a county school, and I'm so glad that I did, because if I hadn't started at CCM, if I hadn't finished at CCM, I don't think that I would be where I am today.
So speaking about the magic that can happen here at CCM, beyond the great classes in the program, you never know what life's going to offer you through connections and through experiences. My company would come back to the college a lot to talk on career day, to the program. That's how I met Ray Kalis.
When I graduated from CCM, I had made a feature film. Didn't know how to edit. I never really took on that role while I was here. I wasn't interested in it. I wanted to direct, I wanted to produce. So editing was just not, I was at the bottom of the list. Ray Kalis made an introduction to a company called Gray Sky Films.
After reading the script, I wanted to meet the person who wrote this and had the confidence to go out and make a feature film in college because it kind of reminded me of me.
They started helping me edit the film, and I started picking up a little bit on the editing process, and massive layoffs, lost my job. But literally a week later, Gray Sky Films posted that they were looking for a post-production intern.
And then we ultimately hired Dana as an editor, and then she grew up through the company. But the other magic that could happen here is we wound up getting married because of meeting each other, and I guess we have CCM to thank for that. So thank you, CCM.
Thank you, CCM.
My name is Austin Stone. I graduated from CCM in 2013.
My name is Christopher Corvo. I graduated from CCM in the spring of 2017.
The skills I acquired in television production to set me up for success later in my career.
It was the first time I learned a lot about television production in general. It was where I kind of got the basics and understanding of what TV production is like and what goes into it.
CCM was a great experience because of the accessibility to incredible pieces of hardware and software.
In classrooms that really adapted and kind of helped place you in a real working environment.
When I got a phone call from a gentleman at NBC asking if I wanted to get a job as a graphics playout operator, I had absolutely no idea what a lower third was. But because of the software and the tools that CCM provided me, I was able to quickly learn, I believe it was an overnight experience, what a lower third was, and eventually get the job.
So after I left CCM, I went to Rutgers University, where I gained a BFA in filmmaking. I was able to obtain an internship through SNL.
I began my career at NBC Universal, specifically MSNBC. A couple years later, I moved over to the Today Show. This is where I got my feet wet in motion graphics. While I was at the Today Show, I simultaneously worked at the MLB Network. So I was working all day, and then I would go and work overnights.
From SNL, I was a production assistant. The year after that, I did that for a couple seasons, which then eventually led me to a production coordinator on the film unit, where I was speaking with directors and producers and doing anything that was necessary to keep the production running along. Currently, I'm still at SNL, but I now am a producer's assistant on the live show.
While at MLB Network, my production team and I won an Emmy Award for motion graphics. Everything I do today in my current career has a direct line to my experience at CCM.
It helped me understand that working together as a team can get a lot more done. And just with this industry in general, it takes teamwork and collaboration, because without it, it truly would be impossible to create something by yourself. And with that, knowing with collaboration and working with different people, you gain different ideas and aspects of things you never thought you would, and it's truly incredible to see what you can make from it.
My name is Kaylin Langen. I'm the associate producer at Big State Sports. I graduated from County College Morris in the spring of 2013.
Hi, my name is Sarah Trupp. I am a current student here at CCM. I will be graduating in the winter of 2024.
I think by the time you graduate out of CCM, you're kind of still trying to figure out who you are and where you see yourself going.
The personal growth that I've experienced being in these classrooms and being with the people that I'm with in these classes and in film club and all the things that go on in the media studies building.
I was in the studio almost all the time with my peers through the film club. We were a combination of film students and TV broadcast students, and we really just worked together to make the environment what we wanted to see it become. It was a way for us to put our studies into practice in a real environment. Nobody asked us to do it. We just decided we wanted to do that.
With gaining friends and gaining peers and people that I can work with to create things. Overall, these experiences are something that I will never forget and will carry with me for the rest of my life.
My time at Emerson College and here at CCM, the exposure that I had to the equipment and the people, just networking alone really kind of prepared me for where I am today at Big State Sports.
Working with Big State Sports, we do a lot of shows in the other studio. Being able to get my hands dirty in something like sports television, having that outside connection besides this is incredible, and it allows me to continue to further work and grow and gain the confidence that I will need in the future. I can go out and look for work and have something that I did that I'm super proud of on my resume.
Getting involved in any way you can. You know, you have your classes here, but the real experience comes from you taking the time to invest in yourself when you have to start looking for an internship that kind of prepares you for a lot of the real world that you're going to go into.
Current engineers here are some of the most knowledgeable and fascinating people I've ever met in my entire life. They sit down with us and they can explain to us what's going wrong and how we can go about fixing it in a way that doesn't sound like you're just reading a manual, explaining it so we can understand. The current professors are also two of the most knowledgeable people that I've ever met in my entire life here. They know the ins and outs of this industry and this building and these TV studios.